benga tune has gone silent, and several leaders have mourned the late Joseph Kamaru, describing him as one of Kenya's greatest music talents. Deputy President William Ruto, through his Twitter handle, condoled with benga lovers, saying Kenyans have lost a music icon. Culture Cabinet Secretary Rashid Echesa condoled the family and wished them well during this trying moment. Now, opposition leader Raila as well, on his part, praised Kamaru as a politician who inspired generations through his talent. Well, even as we continue condoling the late Joseph Kamaru, who was a music icon, perhaps let's just pay tribute to the late Kamaru, whose talent is a living example of how potent art is in opening new vistas of human imagination and creating possibilities that inform, transform, and reawaken the social consciousness in profound and memorable ways. That is a statement released by former President Kibaki, who said through music, Kamaru distinguished himself as an accomplished social, political, cultural, and economic commentator. Now, Kamaru's grasp of folk wisdom, his thoughtful lyrics, his sagacious witticism, and mastery of the art of entertaining through music will definitely continue to inspire and impact generations to come. May he rest in eternal peace. Now, those are the words of the former President Kibaki, who has joined leaders in actually condoling with the family of the late musician. Let's just link up with our reporter Cecilia Wakesho, who has been following up on this sad turn of events. Cecilia Wakesho, perhaps inform us about the state of the family, even as we join other Kenyans in mourning this late great musician.
Thank you, Jesse. Indeed, here at Tome Estate along Thika Road, it's a sad moment as friends and relatives continue to gather here just to condole with the family of the late Joseph Kamaru Wairimo, who passed away or who died yesterday at MP Shah Hospital at around 9 p.m. while receiving treatment. I'm told by the family members that he was taken there on Monday after experiencing breathing problems. But even as families and friends continue to gather here to mourn the late legendary, I have one of the music icons who remembers him very well, and perhaps I'll be speaking to him. He's Albert Gasheru. Welcome, Albert Gasheru, to KTN News. Yeah, you're one of the people who has been in the music industry for the longest time, as you've mentioned earlier on. Perhaps, how do you remember the late Joseph Kamaru?
Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Albert Gasheru Kiarie. I'm the singer of the song Mwendo Wakwa Mariro, Mariro, and so many other songs. About 200, that is over 80 songs or so. The one great thing that I would remember about Mr. Kamaru, I'll start when I joined the music industry in 1985. I found him already established in the music industry. When he listened to my music, he said, "Hey, you have a talent." Irrespective to the small man I was and the experience that I was, the moment he found that I had a music talent, he welcomed me and supported me, and from then we became friends, and we started working towards the betterment of the music industry and the musician in affairs together with him. So for one thing, one great thing about him that I will never forget is his love for the nation. He loved the nation so much that he would have done anything to ensure that the nation is doing moving in the right direction. And he used his talent to talk to the nation and to advise the nation and advise the leadership every time. And that is a great thing that I have not seen with so many other musicians. I would say I have not seen it with other musicians in Kenya. That is something I'll never forget about him. Another thing I'll never forget is his passion for the talent of music. He has been playing and his music and also asking for support and respect of the Kenyan musicians and their music. He was saying the property in music is the same property that is in a building or a rental building. And the money that comes from the music should be enjoyed by the composers and the others and the owners of this music, which has not been happening well. And the music industry has been having problems. He was looking forward to having an industry that is going to have the musicians benefit from their own music. This is a love he had, and whenever he was dealing with that, he was just talking about the whole nation, not about himself. He was talking without selfishness. He was talking about benefit for all musicians. When you go to the history, he has helped and supported so many musicians from all over Kenya. Go to any county today, there is a musician who was supported by Mr. Kamaru, irrespective to their region. So this is something that is so great about him that I'll never forget. Another thing is that...
Probably in 10 seconds, what is that one song that you remember that inspired you whenever people talk about Joseph Kamaru?
There are so many songs that inspired me when I was a young man, because I started listening to him when I was very, very young. But I would just sing one song. Ithi wanjiraga njuke inyoe mbita na marua iria mwana horo nao na ingi mwenjaga mundu ari kumena uria ungi no ta muruthi muriaga matharigo nyama ciarema. That's one of the songs that I remember, and so many other songs I remember. So it is a great man. It's a great nation, and one thing that people should know, it's not the family that has lost, it is the nation. I say pole to the family, pole to the nation, pole to the music fraternity.
Okay, thank you very much. So that is Albert Gashero. He is one of the musicians, just remembering the late Joseph Kamaru, who inspired many through, that is socially, economically, and even culturally. Those who mourn him, those who remember him, they say this is a man who did not only reach people through the Kikuyu songs, but even he went beyond. So we've spoken to the family members here, and they're saying that so far they're waiting if there'll be any word from the government, because remember we've had great leaders, including retired President Kibaki. We've also had former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and even Deputy President William Ruto sending their condolences. So the family will be waiting to see whether there will be any word, whether they will want to be included in the burial preparations. But so far they say for them, they will continue to gather here and prepare ahead on how they will give this legendary musician a good send-off.
All right. Thank you, Cecilia Wakesho. Definitely following up on that sad turn of events as Kenyans, family members, relatives and friends continue to condole following the death of legendary musician Joseph Kamaru, whose death is a big blow to the Kenyan music industry. We'll definitely keep